Okay. Okay. Streaming GTA here now. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry that I started up the stream kind of late today, guys. I've just been busy with a few things. I'm gonna have another part of Chinatown Wars coming out after the streams for people. Okay. Okay, here we go. How's everyone doing? I hope everyone's having a great day. Okay, who needs help? Anyone needs help, invite me right now. I'll help you. Hey guys, how's everyone doing? Hey Manuel, hey Gabe, Cheese. Hey everyone. Hey Super Mario, hey, hey Tricky Mario, hey Raymond, hey Young, XAV, Red, Emily. How are you guys? Kenny's like Jimmy Pegarino in Chinatown Wars. What, that he wants to be big, but he's not big? Okay, just invite me, guys, whenever you're ready, here. Anybody need help with anything?
We gotta hit the next round of shows.
Hey, Unconverting, how are you, man? I'm good, Rogan. How are you, man? Hey, General. How are you, man? Just saw your last saw your latest Saints Row reboot video, and I gotta say they deserve to lose every penny they spent on making that game. Yeah, I don't know, like, you know, why they thought that it was a good idea to attack the fans. What was going through their head? I have no idea. Anyone need help selling anything? If not, I guess I'll just sell stuff. I guess I'll just sell my own stuff if okay. Who would win, Raul Menendez before Cordis or Valeria? Raul, because I would say Raul has a lot more connections. Yeah, I'd say probably Raul. Thank you, Third Street. And thank you, Sparkin. Yeah, Saints Row did kind of deserve to fail. Oh, great. Wonderful. Of course. Business is getting raided right away, too. Do you think Saints Row has any chance of coming back? Not really, no. Unfortunately. Thank you, Revenstar. Seen your Rockstar support feedback page video for 3 years. Have they addressed anything, anything feedback, or are they sleeping on it? I made some myself. They haven't. Rockstar supposedly says they've listened to the feedback page, but they haven't directly listened to fans or communicated with fans, so no, they haven't done anything. Thank you, Revan, for the super chat. Thank you, Eric Bahal. Love your content. Keep up the great work. Thank you, Eric. Thanks, man. Okay. Yeah, I'm sorry for starting kind of late today, guys. Just had a lot of things to do. Hi, Prod. Of the 100 million, how much did Volition lose? I'm not actually sure, but I know they made very little to no profit with Saints Row. Okay. On Xbox XS, there are members of the Rockstar Games support team that are doing God mode glitches. Disgusting. It is their employees. What? Wait, so there's Xbox Series XS. They're members of the Rockstar Games support team. Rockstar Games support team crew? But do you know that it's directly people that work at Rockstar though? Thank you, Keiju, for the super chat. And thank you, Mr. Waifu. By volition's logic, I must be on the FBI's 10 most wanted list, maybe even pursued by Interpol, the CIA, FBI, etc. 6-star, 5-star wanted level. Yeah, they made a very big mistake by insulting the fans. Thank you, Diet, for the super chat also. Oh, come on, no.
Hey, how can I help? Can't handle the heat, my friend?
Whoa, okay, there we
leave it with
go.
creepy Uncle Lester.
Save the workers, ooh. Okay, okay, let's get in here then. The same guys in the crew have been griefing for over 8 years. Total scum. Bad Seas talked to them in lobbies before. Huh. I haven't sold one of my businesses in a stream on a very long time. I'm doing good. How are you, man? Thank you, nice person universe. Hey, Pro, I usually play an assisted aim. I want to try to do free aim. If possible, could you make a video how to get better at free aim? Maybe I could one day, nicest person, but I'm not really a, I'm not really much of a PvP guy, though. I'll tell you that. I'm more of a grinder. I play the businesses and such. Would I ever live stream a horror game? I already have. I've live streamed Outlast before. I might 100% it. I don't know. I'll have to see. Okay, this is probably the only business that I want to sell. Probably just this. Yeah, just this. I'm gonna do the stranger missions. Those I'll do, yes. I know, usually my character's blonde hair. I decided to change it, though. The what? The what, Ricky? I'm confused. I prefer, you know, I prefer just still doing the missions. Pro, you help a lot of people out mentally. Thanks for your streams. No problem, Ish. Glad I can help. here we go. I love how you did missions more. Thank you for making my day better. Well, thank you, Taeyeon, if I'm reading your name correctly. Hello. Yes, there'll be another part of Chinatown Wars tonight. Hey, GB, how are you, man? Hookie sold product from their cocaine business. Yeah, that mission sucks. Oh, by the way, I gotta show you guys my CEO name. My CEO name is so stupid. I came up with the most genius CEO name the other day. Once I finish this MC mission, I'll show you guys it. I would have guessed that drug dealing in Chinatown Wars inspired street dealers in online. Only in Chinatown Wars is more complicated in terms of profit-loss consideration. Yeah. I mean, I wish GTA Online had like a feature like that where you could buy and resell. But the part that I'm uploading of Chinatown Wars tonight, I actually made like an insane profit from the dealers. I made $30,000 from the dealers on Chinatown Wars. My last part, I'm uploading it right now. It's gonna be out after the stream. Enjoying the Chinatown Let's Play Pro. I know I said this earlier, but I really recommend Bully after if you'd like it. Like Red Dead Redemption, it's very unique. Thank you, Greatest Within. It's definitely on my list of games to play. Which tank do you think is better, Leopard or Abrams? I'd say probably the Abrams. Probably has the reputation, but I don't know much about tanks, so I'm not really the one to ask for that edgy. Thank you for the super chat, though. If you could live forever, would you or would you not? Yes, if I could live forever, I would. Well, I think a lot of people would if they could. I mean, the thing about that is, I mean, you don't know what's really, you know, after death. You know, nobody really knows that. If there even is something after death. I don't really want to get into religion, but it's you know. So yeah, I mean, I have a pretty good life. I enjoy my life. So if I could live forever, sure, why not? I hope that answered your question. Just today, play Black Ops 2 for giggles. First lobby, I was getting instant headshotted off spawn by a modder. Yeah, a lot of these older Call of Duty games on PS3 and 360, there's a ton of hackers on them now. Is the old Saints Row games better? Oh, they're much better, Tamisha. Much, much better. Oh, thank you, Ayan. Thanks for sponsoring my channel, man. Thanks, Ayan. Thank you, Alex Ramirez. Thank you for the super chat. Pearl, are you Muslim, Christian, or Jewish? My family has a lot of different religions in it, and I'm an agnostic, so I don't really take a side. Hello, Joffrey. Hey, Pat, do you know that in Call of Duty Modern Warfare, Valeria becomes a meme as cartel? No, I didn't hear about that. Do you consider Poland Eastern Europe or Central Europe? I think it's more Eastern Europe. I know about that. Huang's jump is like a bit weird. He has like the weirdest jump out of all the GTA characters. He like rolls when he jumps. You're the best GTA YouTuber, a channel for the ages. I've been a subscriber since gun running in 2017, and I'm proud to see how much you have developed in your endeavors. I look forward to seeing your work cross into GTA 6 and helping others out. Thank you, Keiju. Thanks, man. That means a lot to me. Thanks, man. Thank you, man. I do really appreciate it. Largest super chat from Keiju. Do I know Zach Cox, TV? I don't know him personally, but I've talked to him before on Twitter. He's a cool guy. Sup, Pro? How you doing? Have you tried Hogwarts Legacy? Yes. Well, no, I haven't. I wanted to get it. You want to know something? Do you guys want to know something really stupid that happened to me? So I'll tell you guys something really stupid that happened to me. So basically, I have two PS5s. I have one here in my apartment in the Midwest, and I have one at my parents' house in New York. And the reason I have two PS5s is because so that I don't have. My mom bought me a PS5 for my birthday back in June, and she bought me that just so I wouldn't carry my PS5 back and forth when I come to visit my family. I was very nice of her to do that. I didn't ask her to do that for me, but my mom didn't buy it from a scalper. She bought it from the store. She bought it from Sam's Club. But what I was saying was that the PS5 bundle that she got me from Sam's Club, it came with like it came with a Horizon, one of the Horizon games, Horizon Forbidden, I think it was West. I never redeemed it. I just didn't get the chance to. And then it also came with a $100 PlayStation gift card. And it came with, like, you know that those PlayStation gift cards, the ones that are, like, in plastic, and it's, like, four $25 PlayStation gift cards. So I've had that for half a year, that $100 PlayStation gift card. I never redeemed it because there really wasn't any game that I got around to, like, downloading or, you know, buying. And so I thought, you know what, I'm going to redeem the $100 gift card, and I'm going to buy the new Hogwarts game, and I'll buy, like, you know, the deluxe edition. And what happened is, I tried to redeem those four $25 gift cards, and when I tried to redeem them, it says that these cards have already been used. And the thing about that is that these were sealed. These were sealed. This is a brand new PS5. This was sealed, and the gift cards were sealed. It was in a package. It was like a, you know, package from a store. It was completely sealed. I ripped off the plastic and everything. I scratched out the code, and it said they've all been used. I don't know how that's going to happen, how that happens, but I'm going to call Sony about it tomorrow. So I'm going to call Sony about it tomorrow, and we'll see what Sony says about it. But that's ridiculous, personally. What happened here? Is my... great. I think my capture card crashed. Hold on one second here, guys. Let me see one second here. Which one is, I gotta... PS4. Hold on one second, everyone.
Digital assets transferred to
Video
your account.
capture.
And that's it from LJT.
Hold on one second. I'm sorry, everyone. Okay, that's that one. Okay, hold on one second. I just have to restart my capture card because my capture card went. I don't know why this is rare. It usually doesn't crash like this. One moment. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, I'm sorry, everyone. My capture card just I don't know why it does that. Okay. Capture card really usually has no problems. Okay, there we go. Fixed it. Okay, just had to restart it. That was just it. Okay. Okay. Let me see here. I missed a bunch of comments. Thank you, Edwin, for that. Thank you, Edwin, for that super chat. I can never forget the memories of watching your videos for every night of GTA 4 and GTA Vice City. Thanks, man, for the lovely memories. Always a fan, man. Thank you, Rashawn. Thanks, it means a lot to me. Would I say that Claude is a psychopath? Yes, he is. Expressed. He has no emotion, no conscience, doesn't care about anyone else, only cares about himself. Yeah, Claude is a psychopath. So is Catalina. GTA Vice City and Vice City Stories are my least favorite GTA games out of the series. Sorry, y'all. Well, I mean, everyone has their own opinion. You know, I don't know which GTA game is really my least favorite. I like all of them, really. But everyone has an opinion, and, you know, it's fine. Oblivion. Let me look at here. No, gift cards shouldn't expire. Is it possible they have been resealed? I don't know. I don't know how that helped. I don't know how that happened. So, like, if anybody in the comments knows how that possibly happened, I had a sealed $100 PlayStation gift card, sealed one, for half a year. It came with my, you know, PS5 from Sam's Club. And literally what happened was that I tried to redeem that gift card half a year later, and it didn't work. It just said the cards have already been redeemed. 4 $25 PlayStation cards in like one of those packages. All sealed. I had scratched off the code. It's impossible that anybody else has used it. So I don't know how it says that this card has already been redeemed. But I'm going to call Sony. You know, we're going to see what's going to happen about it. Sony's probably going to tell me to call Sam's Club. Sam's Club is probably not going to help me. So might end up losing $100 on that, but we'll see. Hi, Pro. How are you, buddy? I'm good, Eric. How are you, man? Are you sure you entered it correctly? I'm 100% sure. I entered 4 different gift cards. So all of them said the same thing. Okay. Let me, I'm going to disband the MC, because I only needed really help selling that. That was just it. I didn't really need help selling anything else. Let me show you guys something. I'm going to show you guys something funny, right? My CEO name. So I wanted to show you guys my CEO name, right? Okay, hold on a second here. You guys got to see this. I'll join your MC in a little bit, unconverting in just one moment. I just want to show something ridiculous at my office. Okay, yeah, I can drive like a pro in first person as well. Okay. Do you have a driver's license in real life, Pro? Yes. Let's see here. I'm more excited than a middle-aged housewife sitting on the washing machine during the spin cycle. Thank you, Dynasty. Tariq, thank you for sponsoring my channel again. Thank you. We've been a member for over a year. And thank you, Dagger Freak. Hey, Professional, do you think that Huang needs another role in the future GTA game since he's only playable on mobile or PSP? Yeah, I'd like to see him come back in another GTA game. Thank you, Dagger Freak. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you, Jonathan. Do you make your lore videos and analysis alone? Yes. Yes, nobody helps me with those. I make them all on my own. I record everything on my own. I edit everything on my own and make the thumbnail all on my own. Maybe those codes were leaked by scammy sites. I don't know, Greatest Within, but I'm gonna ask Sony if they can track the codes, if it's possible for them to. We're gonna see that. Thank you, Keiju, for sponsoring my channel again. Thank you, man. I do appreciate the support. So guys, take a look at this. You guys are gonna see what my CEO name is. I think people are gonna laugh at this. This is what I had my CEO name as. Yeah, that's what I made my CEO name when I do like CEO jobs. That's literally what I have it as. And typically whenever anybody sees that they laugh, but it's but that's what I've had it as. It's funny hearing you read the Chinatown Wars dialogue. Thank you, Mr. Waifu. GTA 6 clickbait activated ghost organization. Yeah, That is, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if, like, another clickbait YouTuber makes a video about it, like, oh, GTA leak, it's in the professionals video. You know, makes a 10-minute video out of it then. Whoever needs help selling, though, invite me, I'll help you now. Oh, unconverting, here it is, okay. Unconverting, can you send it again? What business are you guys at right now? Oh, you're... Okay. Unconverting, just sell your business because I'm pretty much gonna be right outside any moment now. I'm getting there in a helicopter pretty fast. Hey, okay, let's see here. Enter a boat. Okay, I can pick people up with this helicopter if anybody wants a lift. Hey, Professional, I've been a fan since 2018. I was wondering if you are into game series Fallout and God of War. You can make videos on them. I never played God of War, but I played a lot of the Fallout games, and I can make videos on those. Okay. Okay, unconverting. Thank you, XL QHZ, for the super chat. How much do you know about the Great Northern War? That sounds familiar. Let me just Google it really quickly just to see which war it was. If I see the year it took place in, I'll probably know. Let's see, Great Northern War. Oh, this war. Yeah, this is what I thought. It was the war mainly between Sweden and Russia. Yes, I know about this. And they were fighting over yeah, they were fighting in Ukraine and a lot of other territories. Yeah, basically, the Great Northern War was basically a power struggle between the Swedish Empire and the Russian Empire. It was basically who was going to control Northern and Eastern Europe. That's pretty much what the Great Northern War was about. It was at this time, you know, the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth was already getting weaker at this time. It wasn't fully collapsed, but it was not as strong as it used to be. And so, you know, Sweden tried to move in, Russia tried to move in. That was basically that. And the Great Northern War, how they basically ended, was the king of Sweden. I think it was it the king of Sweden? I remember it was like a let me see if it was him here. Okay, so basically, okay, so the Great Northern War, how the Great Northern War ended, it's kind of crazy how the war ended. Basically, the king of Sweden was besieging some fort, and where was the fort that he was besieging? It was in Norway, here it says. And so they were sieging some fort, and like one of the soldiers from the fort got off and just fired like a musket at the Swedish soldiers, and that single musket bullet went through and hit the king in the head and killed him. And that pretty much had ended the Great Northern War at that point. So that was like a that was kind of crazy, a king getting shot and killed by a stray bullet in like the conflict. At that time, kings usually stood very far in the back of the battlefield. Do you think you can defeat General Grievous? No, I couldn't. Jimmy. How do I fix this? GTA 5 files required to play online could not be downloaded. Huh. Try reinstalling your game. Your game might have gotten corrupted. Thank you, Fountain of Youth Gaming. Is there goods and service tax in the USA? It depends on the state. Different states have different laws. Like some states have tax on food, some don't. But generally, wherever you go to in America, if you buy anything from a store that's not food, like food is usually the only thing that's kind of exempt, in some states. But in generally any kind of physical item that you buy, like a TV, a chair, any kind of furniture, usually that is going to have a tax on it, almost always. There's always, in the taxes range, but that almost always has a tax on it. The thing is, there's a lot of states in America that actually don't have state income tax. So there is that. So it really depends on the yeah. About to buy the Deathstorm DLC. What am I for? Oh, Deathstorm and Sniper Elite? Yeah, Deathstorm and Sniper Elite was a very, very hard DLC. Maybe I'll do a video one day, top 5 hardest Sniper Elite missions. But the Deathstorm Part 3 is the hardest Sniper Elite mission. That one. That's the hardest Sniper Elite mission of all time. Sure, I could a little bit later, WR. I'm just helping, unconverting right now. Yeah, what's good, Pro? How's your day been? Enjoying your content since 8th grade. Also, how have you been enjoying Chinatown Wars so far? I enjoy Chinatown Wars for the most part. Do you know what the only thing I really hate about Chinatown Wars? I hate throwing grenades with the controller. Like, using a controller to throw grenades sucks. Like, I just use my touchscreen for that, because, like, the trying to throw grenades with a controller was a nightmare. So that was just, that's what I'll say about that. That was a bit ridiculous. Because for people wondering, I'm playing the iPhone version of Chinatown Wars, and I'm playing with a controller. So I've linked it to my PC, and that's what I'm playing with. Thank you, 23 days, for the super chat. Okay, here we go. The thing is, the PSP version, the PSP emulator was a bit hard for me to get running. I have the disc, the PSP disc, but it's a bit harder. Do you have a cool car? I have, I have a BMW sedan. I've had that for, 5 years. And, people think BMW, they think, like, super fancy car. My car's nothing fancy. It's a car from 2017, and it's just, I bought it used, and it's just, I like it. And, I've had that car for, for nearly 6 years, and it hasn't really caused me any issues. Until, like, the other day, I basically had a little notification come up in my car that said parking lamp malfunction. And I didn't know what that was. I didn't even know what a parking lamp is. I don't know really much about cars. And I looked it up. It's like, and my friend helped me out with it too. It's like a small little like light that's like in your headlight. And basically I ordered it off Amazon. I'm just gonna put it in when it comes in the mail. So that's Well, yeah, I mean, I would say that, BMWs are, I would agree with you. Okay, yes, they are, typically like, fancier cars, but not every BMW car costs an insane fortune to, if you can buy a car that's years older, and, so my car's from 2013, I bought it in 2017, so my car's over 10 years old, so it was a used car from 2013 that I bought in 2017. and that was you know, that's with that car. So I liked the look of it. That was pretty much what it was. I liked how it looked, and I got it. You know, I paid around $20,000 for it. That was like, you know, 5 years ago. You know, 5.5 years ago. And so I've had that car ever since, and I've had no issues with it whatsoever, none. The thing is, though, is that the dealer, I'll tell you something. The dealer that I got the car from, I remember, the dealer was really annoying, like really annoying. Because I liked the car, I checked it on Carfax, it had no issues, but the reason that the dealer was really annoying was because when I was purchasing the car, what happened was I had, and I didn't even know anything about this, guys, but basically, when you pay cash, you know, when you pay cash, the dealers get really pissed off typically at that. I didn't even know much about that, but typically if you're paying cash, you don't tell them until near the end when you're paying cash for a car, because they want you to finance cars typically, because it's like they typically want you to finance cars. It's typically what they want you to do. They make more money from it, and so you're saving money actually if you pay cash. I know not everybody can pay cash, but you know, that $20,000 that I paid for the car, that was like money that I had saved up for basically like around 4 years. So it's money that I saved up over 4 years, and it's I pretty much threw my life savings away at that time, that $20,000 on that car. And so it was like 4 years of me working in retail, and I worked like 5 days a week in retail. And so I would just take 90% of my paycheck and I would just put it in the bank, and just 10% of it I'd spend, and that's how I got that money together. But about the dealer being annoying, so the dealer got kind of annoyed at me when I said I was paying with cash. I didn't understand why they got kind of annoyed. You know, I don't know why. Like, I didn't understand it. I was kind of naive at the time. I didn't know that, but they make more money on you when they're trying to finance. But the dealer got kind of annoying when I told him I was paying in cash. And then what happened was, when we finally worked everything out on the car, we set a price. The dealer wanted me to buy some kind of premium program at their dealership. It was like some program where they wanted me to, it was like, it would have protected my BMW parts and stuff like that. Like, basically, they would have replaced my BMW parts for me if something broke down. It was like, they kept trying to get me to sign up for their program and pay money into their program. And I said to them, no, I'm good. I don't need this. And then they said, the dealer kept, like, pushing me, and he kept saying that, oh, the BMW, you know, these car parts are like expensive, you know, you don't know, they could break down, you're gonna need our service. And I said to them, I don't need it, I think I'm fine. And the dealer's like, no, you're gonna need it. I said, no, I don't need it. And then the dealer told me, you're gonna regret it. That's what the dealer said when I didn't buy the premium program. Your car's gonna break down and stuff like that. And that's what the dealer said to me, you're gonna regret it. So like, the dealer wasn't very nice to me in that regard. And you know, I wasn't trying to be like, you know, an a-hole to the dealer, but I just didn't want what they were selling me there. I didn't want that premium program and everything like that. And what ended up happening is I had the car for 5 years, guys. And in the car, I've had it for 5 years. I've never had any issues with it whatsoever. Nothing broke down, nothing. No problem, nothing. Nothing's never gone bad. The only time I've ever had an issue with the car was only one time. It was only when I had a tire that popped. That was the only time that I've had an issue. And that was because I had a pothole in New York. That was like the only time I've ever had an issue. I've never had anything break, the computer, nothing. So it's just, there's never anything like that. But yeah, but like a lot of dealers are like that, where they'll try to sell you stuff that you don't need. So just, you know, just watch out for that, because you don't want that. Hello, professional everyone. Hey, Aussie, how are you, man? PSP version of Chinatown Wars has more missions in the story. I actually did hear about that, Michael. The Chinatown Wars, the Chinatown Wars has like some missions with some corrupt reporter. That's what but that's not in the iPhone version apparently. I don't know why, but I didn't find out about that until I started playing the game. So I know what you're talking about, Michael. Do you think all crypto is a scam, or is some valid? Sure, there's some valid crypto, but crypto is just a, yeah, it is, WRV. Crypto is just a really, like, look, crypto is a really shady It's like a really shady, like scummy, like I always say scummy, but it's like a really shady, like just way to make money. That's just what I'll say about it. It's just, it's weird, it's unstable. You know, I just don't like it. Like whenever I hear cryptocurrency, I most of the time think scam. Like, I know there's legitimate cryptos out there, but I just think generally scam when I think of cryptocurrency, because like crypto is just so unstable. It's like, you know, people say buy it now, buy it now, buy it now, and then the whole thing just crashed and so many people lost their money. Like, look at that whole FTX thing that happened. That was pretty much a scam. And the media was like promoting it. The media was like, oh, buy FTX. I mean, the media just kept saying it. And all these stupid YouTubers just kept doing these sponsorships. They kept doing these sponsorships for this dumb FTX garbage, these dishonest YouTubers. And they just kept saying, you know, buy FTX, buy FTX. And then the ridiculous thing about it is that these YouTubers had the nerve to say that they were victims. That's what pissed me off so much. These YouTubers were saying, oh, you know, I'm a victim too. I lost money in FTX. You got paid to promote FTX. Even if you lost some money, you still got paid to promote it. People lost a lot of money into it. People put thousands of dollars in this FTX garbage because these YouTubers kept promoting it, and then they lost so much money. So that's what I say about it. G20 countries want to ban crypto. I don't know. I don't know if necessarily banning it is the right thing to do. Maybe. I don't know in that regard. But I'm just gonna say I would never touch crypto. I just wouldn't. I tried it at one point years ago. I tried it just to see what it was about. But you know, I got my money out of it quickly, and I don't like it. So it's, for me, it's just really unstable, and it's just that. And any YouTuber who promoted that FTX garbage I've lost all respect for them. That's what I'll say about it. Hope I answered your question on that, Slim. I got back into GTA Online after not having played since 2014, and your videos helped me a ton in understanding all the new stuff I've missed. Love your content, bro, including all your non-GTA Online content. Thank you, Eddie boy. Thank you, man, for the super chat. Yes, I'm gonna make a Hitman Freelancer series. That'll be in March. If you hate crypto, have you heard of OneCoin? What's that? Is that like a service? Thank you, Jen, for the super chat. Look, here's what I'll say. If you want to invest your money in something, try the stock market. Learn how to trade stocks. Do that. The stock market is much more safer than like crypto. Crypto is just really shady. It's just really suspicious. You know, look up good companies on the stock market. Companies that are reliable. Companies that don't do shady stuff. And, you know, put money into them. And chances are you probably will make a profit. So that's what I'll say about it. I've always said, you know, I don't understand why people go to casinos and get so addicted to gambling. It's like, if you're gonna gamble, you know, I would say learn how to trade stocks if you're gonna gamble. Put the money that you would gamble into the stock market instead, and learn how to invest. And I think that would be a much better, you know, use of money. Stocks only work if you're already rich. Not really. I put money in the stock market even when I didn't have that much money, and I made profits on it. So it's, you know, anybody can really make, you know, the more money you have in the stock market, obviously the more money you're going to make, but also there's a risk of more money losing. Okay, let me see here. What do you think of people who commit heinous crimes against children like murder, abuse? Well, I would say that, you know, anybody who harms a child, I think, deserves life in prison. That's my personal opinion on it. So, you know, if somebody kills a child, life in prison. No parole, never be released from prison, ever. Oh, my stream is lagging? Okay, well, thank you for telling me, WR. Okay. It's not lagging for you? Okay. Your family's in danger. The only thing you can do to save them is buying a $100 shark card or a $100 crypto coin. Which one would you choose, Pro? What? It's that's a weird thing. Your family's in danger, but it's buying a $100 gift card. That's a weird question. Yeah. Yeah. Both of those are really shady. Shark cards and cryptocurrency. Okay, okay, so unconverting. After this, I can probably help WRV if he needs help with anything. Pro, do you know this guy called Istura? Yeah, I've heard of him before. I've seen a few of his videos. I don't know much about him, though. Hi, Yara. How many more businesses do you need to sell on converting? Yes, the classic GTA games, GTA San Andreas, Vice City, and GTA 3, those classic GTA games have been removed from the PlayStation Store. That is true. Yes. Bro, imagine talking about selling your GT Online business in real life and a cop or Fed overhears it and starts tailing you. Well, what I'll say about that is that, do you know that a lot of, do you guys want to know something? My money guides that I used to do, like, back in the day, the money guides that I did, like, back in the day, the ones on the MC businesses specifically. You guys want to know something? Those money guides got demonetized a lot of times. And YouTube, do you know what YouTube accused me of? YouTube accused me of promoting drug use with, like, my MC businesses. So when I did, like, an MC business guide on, like, the coke and the weed, like, YouTube accused me of promoting drug use, which, no, I never promoted drug use. I was talking about the businesses in the game. But basically, I got the videos remonetized. That was like years ago. So everything got, you know, under control, and I got them remonetized. So it was that, but that was just like a stupid thing that happened. No, Bester, I don't. I just don't know what direction the game is going in right now. There's a bit of a controversy with the game. Can you add my PSN? I could try to, Skippy, but I wouldn't be able to until after the stream, though. I can't add anyone during the stream. I really like Saints Row 2, and I like your videos on Saints Row 2 that are really cool, and the boss one, Psycho. Yeah, Saints Row 2 was my favorite game, JM58. I loved Saints Row 2 so much. Thank you also, Cool Light. Thanks, man, for the super chat. Ah. Okay. Are you still going to the gym? Yeah, I was at the gym yesterday. I love your Chinatown Wars videos. When is your next project? My next project, I'm not sure. I'd have to decide on what game I'm going to play after Chinatown Wars. Maybe I'll put it to a poll. I'll ask people in a poll what they want me to play. I would like to play Wildlands first if I play that, Melon. I already played Jedi Fallen Order. When I played that, I got, you know, copyright claimed. I don't want to get into religion, Jimmy. That's some things I tend to stay away from, is politics and religion in my streams. A Plague Tale Innocence? I could play that one game. I could play that game one day. Doesn't A Plague Tale Innocence take place during the 100 Years' War in France? Play more Medal of Honor games. Yes, this June 6th, I'll do Medal of Honor Frontline. So we'll do that on June 6th. Will you play Bully? YouTube will accuse you of when you play Bully, YouTube will accuse you of bullying. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if that happens. Oh no, I don't want to get this bike. What the? Give child murderers the death penalty. Honestly, in fact, anyone who does the latter should. Well, thank you for the super chat, Mario. I'm not necessarily against the death penalty. I'm kind of neutral on it. What my personal view on the death penalty is, I think that it should be up to the families. I think the families' victims should decide on whether they want the death penalty or not for the person who hurt their family member or their friend. But it's yeah, there's pros and cons to it, but you know, some family members might not want the death penalty, and the reason for that is because they if a criminal gets a death penalty, the family then has to come back to each trial, because there's a lot of appeals, and they have to go back to the trial every time on appeals, and they have to see the person who killed their family member, and so some family members might not want that. I think that there are, like, you know, I think there definitely are people who deserve the death penalty. Like, what is it? What was his name? He's that really horrible guy. Oh, I think Roof was his name. Dylan Roof, I think he was his name. Dylan Roof was a neo-Nazi who had shut up a black church. This was a few years ago. I think it was in North Carolina where it happened. You know, somebody like that guy deserves a death penalty. I believe that guy deserves a death penalty. I think the guy, oh yeah, and there was the Buffalo, the guy in New York, yeah, that guy, the Buffalo shooter, that guy also, I think he also deserves it too. Oh, why it was late this, I've been busy with just a few things. But whenever my channel update, if my channel update video is late, though, WR, I always, everyone who donated and supported me through Super Chats, I always have everyone since the last one. So I look at, you know, since the last one and to the new one. And I always, you know, have everyone's name in there from that one. But I've just been busy with just a few things, so I apologize for that. But I always do a channel update video in the end. Thank you, Unknown, for the super chat. It's a shame that we may never really get a remaster of Vice City Stories, considering Rockstar would have to renew the licenses for the soundtrack and the appearance of Phil Collins, and we all know how cheap both companies are. Yeah. I think that Phil Collins would love to see himself again in the game, but that was like, yeah. What about the Boston Bomber? Same. I think, yeah, I think he would deserve the death penalty too. Thank you, Unknown 98 for the super chat. Do I ever read the regular chat? I do. Are you gonna do more crime games? Yeah, always up to doing them. Yes, also, yeah, I think he would deserve it too, Gamer Calls. The thing about it is that the death penalty is like a very controversial thing, but there are like, you know, the people that get the death penalty are oftentimes the most horrible, worst human beings that you can possibly think of. And so these are just, the people that get the death penalty are oftentimes very evil people. So when you had the, you know, you had that guy, Dylan Roof, that, you know, shot up that the neo-Nazi shot up that black church in, you know, South Carolina, that guy's evil. You know, that guy, you know, just deserves it. And I think he deserves the death penalty, and I think it was like the Buffalo shooter also. I think he was also a neo-Nazi. I think, you know, he would deserve that too. So I think, you know, yeah, it's up to, I don't think that he's gonna get the Buffalo shooter. I don't think he's gonna get that in New York, because New York has not given out a death penalty in, like, you know, it's been I think over a century since that happened. But okay, let's get over here, make these drops. I know about that, Keiju. Yeah, I heard about that. Do I had to remove someone to add me in your friends list? Yes, WR, but don't worry about it. Because it was like, when I remove somebody from my friends list, it's somebody that hasn't been online for years. So it's gonna be somebody that hasn't been online for a very, very long time. So I don't just remove people for no reason. I don't do that. Even people that don't play with me, I don't remove them. The only time I would ever consider removing somebody is if it's like, for me, it's when they've been offline for more than a year. Then at that point. Okay. Okay, here we go. You should see what happened here in Canada. Guy defended his house from 4 people with guns. He killed one. Robbers walk free. Illegal to defend your home where everyone's, when everyone's mad. Home order first degree. Wait, so what happened to the guy who defended his house? Would you be able to tell me the name of this case, Bester? Because I'm very curious on this case. But I believe I believe in self-defense. I believe that you have the right to defend your property, and if somebody's coming to harm you or take your property, I believe that you have. My personal view is that you have the right to fight back. And so I know that a lot of countries don't recognize that, and a lot of governments don't recognize that. But I personally think that, at least in my country, it's America. In most places, you have the right to defend your property if somebody, comes onto your property, tries to threaten you. I did hear about the chemical train in Ohio, JM58. Thank you for the super chat. Okay. No, I don't take any drugs. It's the same in the UK. If someone comes into your house and you beat them up or kill them in self-defense, you would go to prison. Well, yeah, I know that in a lot of countries you can get arrested. Even if there's a lot of countries you can get arrested, even if you defend yourself. If it's like, and the thing about that is that, like, I've seen some arguments that people make about this, and they say that, like, oh, just run away. But the thing is, not everybody can run away. And also on top of that is, what if it's like priceless family heirlooms? Like what if it's like, some jewelry that your grandfather gave you or something like that, and some guy is going through like your jewelry or something like that? Like, you're gonna want to stop him. So it's like, it's something that your grandfather gave to you. It's something that can be, like, very important in your family. So, property matters to a lot of people, especially if it's something that's been handed down family member to family member for generation to generation. And it's just, are the cops going to help you get that back? So oftentimes when you hear, like, the cops say, like, you'll hear the government say that, like, oh, don't stop them, don't interfere, but then they don't solve the case. They never find your stolen stuff. And so that's what I'll say about that is, there was a case that was actually in New York a few months ago. It was in New York, and basically there was like a bodega shop. It was in the Bronx. Some people might have heard about it, but basically what happened was this guy, he came from the Dominican Republic. I think he was from Dominica or Dominican Republic. I think he was from the Dominican Republic. Correct me if I'm wrong. But he came to America. He worked very hard, tried to pursue the American dream. Eventually was running his own store. And what happened was this woman comes into his store. It's late at night. It's like around midnight, and she comes in and she says that she's trying to buy a bag of chips with like a food stamps. And the thing is, he tries to scan the food stamps, and the food stamps don't go through. It says that it's empty. And the thing about that is that why would you use food stamps to buy potato chips anyways? Because potato chips are not an essential food. You'd think you'd buy food stamps to like buy like something important like meat or fish or like spaghetti, something that you can actually cook and eat. Not just junk food like potato chips. But basically, what happened was her EBT card, food stamps got denied. The woman got really mad. And she said, I'm going to take the potato chips. And he said, you can't take that if you're not paying for it. And then she got all offended. And then she's like, oh, we'll see. And then she goes outside. And she tells her scumbag boyfriend about what happened. Her scumbag boyfriend goes in the store. He goes around the side of the counter and starts beating up this guy. And this guy is like a 60-year-old man. And the boyfriend is like in his 30s. And so the boyfriend starts beating up, this 60-year-old man, and the 60-year-old man just keeps pleading him, stop, stop, stop. He doesn't want to stop. He keeps beating him up. The old man grabs a knife that he has underneath the counter, stabs the boyfriend in the stomach. Boyfriend bleeds out and dies. Police come and arrest the man at the store. Now, did the guy really deserve to get arrested for that? I don't think so. I think that was, my personal view is that was self-defense, because the boyfriend came around the counter, and he started swinging at him, and he kept punching him over and over and over again. He kept begging him to stop. The whole thing's on camera. You can watch it. It's a brutal video, though, warning people. But I saw the video. He was clearly defending himself, in my opinion. And, that guy was just beating him up. He was just trying to prove a point to his girlfriend, trying to show off to his girlfriend. And so he thought he'd beat up this old man in front of his girlfriend, his scumbag. And that guy also recently got released from prison, too. The boyfriend that was actually beating up the old guy. He got out. I think he was in prison for assault. And what ended up happening is, New York actually charged the old guy with felony homicide. And the thing about that is, I'll tell you this. I'm sure some people know the story I'm talking about. So what I'll say about this specifically is New York State broke the law. New York State broke the law. I'll tell you why they broke the law by charging this guy with felony homicide. Because what that guy did, that old man, that was not felony homicide. That was not classified as felony homicide. Basically, homicide is, a more, it's a different word for murder. Basically, homicide is the same thing as murder. Just homicide is the term that courts use. Typically, the police and courts, they will use that term, homicide. I'll help you right after this, WRV. But here's the thing: in order to charge somebody with murder, you have to prove both mens rea and actus reus in an American court. And mens rea in Latin, mens rea means the guilty act. Mens rea means the guilty state of mind, I'm sorry. Actus reus is the guilty act. So actus reus is the guilty act, mens rea is the guilty state of mind. So to charge somebody with murder, you have to prove that they wanted to kill somebody, that's the guilty state of mind, and they actually killed them. So the murder itself, and that they planned to do it. Because basically what a murder, the definition of a murder, what a murder basically is it's a planned killing. So murder is that you plan to kill somebody and you kill them. That's what a murder is. So if you plan to kill somebody and you kill them, that's a murder. That's the difference between a murder and a manslaughter. Manslaughter is when you kill somebody without planning it. So like, a perfect example of like manslaughter, you would have like, manslaughter would be like a charge of, like say that there's two guys at a bar, right? They're both drinking. And one of the guys gets really aggressive at the bar and just starts cursing at the other guy. And the other guy gets pissed off and just punches him, and they both just start fighting each other. And what happens is one of the guys ends up killing the other guy and just throwing a bunch of punches. Now, he didn't plan on killing anybody that day. He probably didn't want to, but he still committed it. He still ended up killing somebody by punching them to death. So that's really what manslaughter is. Manslaughter is when you kill somebody without planning it. Murder is when you kill somebody when you planned it. And by New York State, when they charged that old guy with felony felony homicide, that they broke the law, because that does not constitute felony homicide. In order for there to be a homicide, he had to have planned it. He didn't plan it. He didn't plan to go into work that day. He didn't plan on opening his store that day and stabbing somebody to death. He didn't plan on that. The guy went around the counter, beat him up, started punching him, tried to kill him. I would argue he was trying to kill him, because this is a 60-year-old man being punched by a 30-year-old guy. He could die really quickly from that. And so I think he defended himself by stabbing the guy. I think that the guy was clearly the aggressor. That's the way I saw it personally. And New York State was just being really stupid. And so New York State sent that old guy. They sent that old guy to Rikers Island to await his trial. Which, that's the most ridiculous thing, is because New York State releases criminals all the time. They release dangerous criminals on the streets for like really stupid things. And yet this old guy who defended himself, they were trying to make an example out of him, and they just threw him in Rikers Island awaiting his trial. Which, Rikers Island is not just a regular prison. Rikers Island in New York is like has the most dangerous prisoners ever. It's just such a dangerous prison. And what ended up happening is the prosecutor refused to drop the charges. He refused to drop it. That was self-defense. It was not even murder. It was not manslaughter. It was clear self-defense. And even though it was clearly on video, prosecutors still refused to drop the charges. And then weeks later, there was a bunch of organizations came about. There was a few immigrant organizations. There was a few unions. There was like a bodega shops organization that also came up, and so all these organizations came out and started protesting. And when they started protesting, New York State finally dropped the charges, and they finally released the guy. And so they released the guy. The charges were dropped against him. But the ridiculous thing about the story is that even though the charges were dropped against the guy, what happened is the guy started getting death threats. So some people were unhappy that the guy was that he was declared innocent and that they dropped the charges. Some people thought he should have been charged, but I'm telling you, from that video, from what I saw, it was self-defense. He was defending himself. The boyfriend was the one who started the fight. And also, the girlfriend actually grabbed a knife and slashed the old guy on the arm in that video. But she didn't get arrested. The old guy instead got arrested. So I thought that was personally like a clear case of self-defense. And if you want to know how did the whole thing end, basically, I think, correct me if I'm wrong on this, but I think the old guy, I think what he did is I think he closed his store down and he went back to Dominican Republic. So he literally went back to his country. So, and that broke my heart. It did break my heart, because you had a hardworking immigrant that came to this country, opened up his own store, was trying to live the American dream. Some stupid idiot comes around the counter, starts punching him, tries to kill him. He defends himself, and he's seen like the villain. He seemed like he's some kind of murderer, some kind of bad person. The media vilifies him, and then like the whole thing afterwards, he gets death threats. The guy's life was just turned upside down for something that wasn't even his fault. and no, the same media that was attacking him wasn't attacking the boyfriend who, you know, was clearly the aggressor. And he went back to the Dominican Republic because he felt like his country had let him down. He felt like that there was a lot of people didn't have his back, and I don't really blame him. You know, no, the girlfriend didn't get charged, but that was just, you know, that's just what was like, it was like a really bad case. But like, just Google it, the case that I'm talking about, Google it. Google like bodega shop owner defends himself in New York and charged with murder, and you'll see like it was a few months ago, it was like a big story in New York, and so it was that that came up, and so I don't know how they possibly could have charged him with murder. That was not murder. That was clear self-defense, and even if it wasn't murder, the most that they could have charged him with was manslaughter. Manslaughter is the most that you could charge somebody with, because manslaughter is an unplanned killing. He didn't plan on killing anybody going into work that day. There's no proof he planned on killing anybody. So it's impossible to charge him with murder. So New York State broke the law by charging him with felony homicide. And you know, it just pisses me off that, you know, you see it, and I'm not trying to really get into this, you know, too much, but like in my state in New York where I grew up, I don't live in New York anymore, but where I grew up in New York, the prosecutors are really stupid in New York. They really are. And this is not a political thing. I'm not trying to make this into a political thing. The prosecutors are just really stupid. And they don't know what they're doing. They release criminals, dangerous criminals, off the streets all the time. There's people that should clearly be in prison that they're releasing that are repeat offenders and just keep committing crimes. There was one story that I watched where like this one guy had been arrested for shoplifting like 100 times. Literally 100 times. And my question is, why do you keep releasing him from jail? Like, why? Like if he's been arrested that many times for shoplifting, give him a strict punishment. Put him in jail for prison for a few years, just so he learns. Like, you know, why did they keep releasing these people from prison, but then, you know, somebody defends themselves and kills somebody in self-defense, and they're gonna charge him with murder. That's like, you know, that is literally how dumb the prosecutors are in New York. Wait, whose MC am I in right now? Fahad. Fahad, I'm sorry. I can help you after WR. I promised WR that I would help him next. So I'll help WR first, and I can help you afterwards. So sorry about that, Fahad. But WR, invite me, and then after I finish helping WR, I can help you, Fahad. But that's basically it. It was just the you know, the dumb dumb laws in like New York. That's just it. So like, you know, just so people know, there really isn't a right to defend yourself. You really don't have any right to defend yourself in New York. If you defend yourself in New York, is that even if nobody dies, if somebody breaks into your house and you defend yourself and you knock them to the floor, you could still get in trouble for that in New York. That's what New York laws are like. So that's just what I'll say, is to, you know, be warned about that. If you get attacked in New York, you really don't have the right to defend yourself. So that's what New York State is like. You know, just letting people know. And I'm not trying to diss New York. That's where I'm from originally. I grew up in New York. But, you know, a lot of New York laws are just really stupid. And the system has failed. I feel so bad for that old guy. The system has failed and let that guy down. That guy should have never been charged with murder. He should have never gone through that whole thing. It was just ridiculous. The prosecutor had a clear agenda. The prosecutor wanted to make an agenda. He wanted to make a point. We don't accept self-defense in New York. Self-defense is not a valid defense. That's basically what the prosecutor was trying to do. He was trying to turn it into a political statement. And so he he tried to attack this guy, but thankfully, you know, the guy didn't. The charges were dropped in the end. But basically, it's like that's what's scary about New York, is there's no right to really defend yourself in New York. Well, basically, New York basically says that you have to you have to flee. That's basically what New York is like, that you have to flee, that you don't have the right to protect your property. And even if you are cornered, even if you can't run away, if you still defend yourself, possibly you might not have any charges against you, but they still will go after you. They'll try to find something to go after you for. That's how much New York hates self-defense. So that's generally what it's What are the Midwestern laws like? Oh, where I live in the Midwest is you have the right to defend your property, and you have the right to defend yourself outside of your home too. You know, if somebody attacks you, you have generally the right to defend yourself. You can't just murder somebody, but you do have the right to defend yourself. So if somebody somebody attacks you, you have the right to defend yourself. How much force depends on the situation, but you do generally have the right to defend yourself in New York. I mean, not New York, the Midwest. New GTA DLC, Rob Andrew. Well, that Andrew Tate guy is an idiot, Jimmy. Like I don't know why people like him so much. He's just a creep to me personally. What? Why is my capture card doing this today? I'm sorry, everyone. Hold on. Hold on, everyone. I gotta restart my capture card again. It's being stupid. I don't know why the capture card is doing this today. I don't know why this happens. Usually I stream for hours and there's no issue when I stream for hours. Now all of a sudden, like today, the capture card is starting to have issues. So yeah. Okay. But yeah, what I was basically saying is that there's really no right to protect yourself in New York, and man, is it doing it again? God damn, I don't know why my capture card is being like this, guys. I'm really sorry about this, guys. I'm gonna today after the stream today, I'm gonna look at this capture card and I'm gonna see what's wrong with it, why it's doing this. I'm really sorry, everyone. Hang on one second here. I'm gonna read the chat in a moment here. I just have to reset my capture card again. Oh my god, it's just... Okay.
Not the result I was hoping for. Complete letdown. LJT is...
What's this? What? What just happened? What happened to the truck? What just happened to the truck? My capture card crashes for a little bit and then the truck is destroyed when it got shut up too much. Oh, come on. Oh my god. I'm really sorry, WR. I'm really sorry. Wait, whose fault? Wait, what, Skull? What's going on? I'm not ignoring you, Belinda. Have I driven a Ford before? Yes, I have driven a Ford van before. I'm really sorry about that, WR. I'm really sorry. No, I didn't hear about that, Brandon. That sounds horrible. I'm sorry. Well, what I'll say about that, WR, is that I'll help you get your money back, also, and yeah, I'll help you get your money back on that.
All right. These...
Someone drove into the truck and it got stuck? Oh. Did the stream what? JM58? I wish you could give money to other players. Like I'd give WR right now, like, you know, $500,000 for that mission if I could right now, but I can't. Do I watch like superhero movies? Um, is the stream working right now, guys? Everything good? Okay. I don't really watch like superhero movies that much, Coolite. I'm just not that much of a fan of them. Did the stream lag or did it crash? It was the capture card. My capture card keeps glitching out. Thank you, JM58. I'll make it up to you, though, WRV. After this mission, I'll make it up to you. Okay, let's get in this plane here. I'd always prefer meeting a World War II veteran over a celebrity. Always. I think these kids these days, they care more about celebrities than like people who actually like, you know, people who actually did stuff for this country and like helped stop fascism. Okay, do you have a finale ready, WRV? You missed lots of super chats in my last one. I'm sorry, Bester. Let me look here. I saw a movie called Cocaine Bear yesterday. Oh, what was that? And thank you, JM and Jimmy. This fog does not help right now. Well, I'll do something to make it up to you here, WRV. Have an idea. Thank you, Mario, for the super chat. Yeah, I don't wanna get into that case though, because a lot of politics was thrown around in that case, and I personally want to stay away from it. I think you understand, Mario. I do appreciate the super chat. Hey, Pro, there is a user called Luis Fernando Lopez. He always comments on you saying, imagine. I know exactly what you're talking about. Nicest person in the universe. I know that. There's a lot of repeat comments. Like, you guys might see like a lot of comments on my streams and my videos of people insulting me. And why are those comments up? I see those comments. I'm fully aware of those comments insulting me. The reason that you see comments insulting me on my videos is because I don't believe in censorship. That's why. So even if somebody posts a comment insulting me, I don't delete it. So that's just it. I don't believe in censoring anybody, even if they're talking nonsense to me. The only time I will delete comments and like block people is if they're posting something racist or they're trying to pull a scam. Then I'll typically, like, you know, block them. But if it's somebody just, you know, coming to my videos and saying, you're an idiot, your videos suck, I'm not going to, you know, delete them or block them. You know, they can just keep posting and insulting me. So that's just it. I just don't believe in censorship personally, so that's why I don't delete those comments. Why are you worried for me, 3rd Street? I respect you, pro. Thick-skinned, unlike most people nowadays. Yep. Thank you. And I don't even respond to videos. Like, you know, there's, oh, that one about that is he never replied to me. So that was, yeah. He never did reply to me. So I think he changed his phone number. So basically, what WR is WR is talking about here is you guys know those stupid scam comments that come up, like you know the scam bots, the ones that, like, you know, they pretend to be me. Like you'll see like a scammer that pretends to be me, and they'll have like my avatar, and they'll be saying like, oh, you won giveaway, like, you know, stuff like that. Basically what happened was I got the phone number, so I replied to one of those scam bots, and I actually got the phone number of one of those scammers, and so I texted the scammer. And I said to him, like, how can I win the professional giveaway? Just to see if I could mess with him. And I was gonna make a video out of it too, but it was, the scammer never replied to me. And so that was it. So I guess they didn't, I guess they probably changed their number or something. You know what I was actually considering doing? I was actually considering, like, when the scammers that were posting on, like, my YouTube channel, I was actually considering, like, just, like, if they asked me for a gift card, I was actually considering, like, redeeming a real gift card just to piss them off and just see their reaction. Like, that's what I was considering doing. But it was, yeah, that was just, you know what the thing about it is, do you know what I was gonna do to the scammer? The scammer is, I was just waiting for their reply, but it's been like a few days, so they're not gonna reply to me. But basically, what I was gonna do to the scammer, my plan was, I wrote to the scammer, hi, is this the professional? I'm a big fan. How can I enter your giveaway? You know, blah, blah, blah. These are the scammers that pretend to be me and, like, talk about the giveaways. And literally, what I was gonna do is I was going to, if the scammer replied to me, I was gonna say to the scammer, oh, I loved your video where you went and griefed the Cargo, the professional. I love when you know, bothered those players and you harassed those players, just to see, like, what the scammer would say. If the scammer would say, oh, yeah, that's one of my best videos or something like that, I know they don't watch my videos, and I know that's how stupid they are at that point. But... Not really, Mr. Waifu. That game, while it is kind of, you know, messed up, I personally think that it's, you know, it's freedom of speech to make whatever kind of video game that you want. And that was, you know, something I'll tell you guys about it is, for my, For you guys remember the Saints Row video I made a few days ago where I was just ranting about Saints Row and how they cost $100 million to make the game? Well, guess what? Remember in the video when I said that the Saints seemed to me like a bunch of Twitter warriors, like, you know, gangsters? I said that the Saints are basically what would happen if Twitter users became gangsters. And what happened was, when I made that comment, apparently, like, a lot of people thought that was funny and were laughing at it. But I actually wasn't trying to be funny. I don't really make jokes a lot of times. I don't joke around. I'm not really a funny guy. But when I said that the Saints are like Twitter users, you know, being gangsters, that's really what I thought of them. I wasn't even trying to be funny. That's really actually what I thought of the Saints. So that was, but apparently my comments made a lot of people laugh. Sometimes my comments make people laugh even when I'm not trying to be funny. But, yeah. I saw the trailer for the Saints Row reboot, and I was like, no. Oh, man. Okay, W3T.
We all
5 miles to this. Okay, and right after this, I have an idea on how to get your money back, WR. Yeah, you could, Brandon. Okay, that's fine, W3. Okay, oh no. Damn. I hate some of these bushes sometimes. Okay, let me just spike again here. Cringe Saints would basically be the kind of people, not imported from Hated, would waste on, ironically. I'd make a mod replacing, well, I have an idea, though, okay, I didn't say you pushed me, Skull. I didn't say you did. It was just, don't, look, Skull, don't worry about it, okay? It was like, it doesn't matter whose fault it was, and WR isn't angry about it. And I have an idea. If you want to help, I have an idea on how we can get WR's money back really fast. So I have an idea of what to do. And it doesn't even require a heist. There's a trick that I've always done, and I'll show you guys a trick. There's a trick that I know in free mode on how to help people get a lot of their money back when they lose their shipment. So if somebody gets their stuff destroyed, like a car, like, you know, MCs, I know a little trick how to get them a lot of their money back. I'll show you guys in a moment what I do typically. Is the hangar business worth doing after the buff? Yeah. I mean, it's worth it. I wish that you'd be able to source more than, like, you know, one crate at a time by yourself, but... What happened to Lance Vance? He died at the end of Vice City. Thank you, Coolite. What's the trick? I'll show you right after this. WR, please disband the MC right after this, and I'll show you basically what we're going to do. Okay, here we go. Are you tired? Not really, no. Okay, make all these drops here. We should be able to beat the time. In GT, are you a car guy or bike guy? I used to be more of a car. I was never really a car guy, but I drove around cars. But now I've been, you know, getting more into motorcycles. Yes, I know about that, Mario. And you can't do something like that. You can't. Because that MSNBC reporter can get in serious trouble for that. Thank you, Coolite. You have one more MC after this. Let's sell your last MC then, and we'll do the trick after. Or actually, we'll just do the trick right after this, and I'll show you. Just so I can. Yeah. We'll do the trick first. Okay, so let me show you guys what to do. If your friend's cargo gets destroyed in GT Online, you know, there's a really quick way to help your friend get their money back. I'm gonna show you guys what to do. Depending on how much cargo they lost, though. So it's Okay, can you disband the MC WR, and we'll help you sell your last MC in a little bit here. I just want to help you get a little bit of your money back from the thing.
That's a successful
Okay. Join my CEO. You know, the name is kind of funny, but just join that. And I'll invite, okay, everyone here. Okay, so if your friend gets their cargo destroyed, to help them get some of their money back really quickly, what you do is you start up a CEO, and what you're gonna want to do is go to challenges, go to point, and then mark like the closest location here. Nobody else hit this. Let me be the one to hit this. Thank you, Anish, for subscribing. I put it right underneath the bridge, damn. Okay, so what you do is you do the point-to-point first. And, yeah, okay. Oh, God. Okay. Okay, so it looks like a skull is gonna hit it. Okay, so watch what I do right now, guys. So point to point, you can finish in less than 30 seconds. And what happens is, you know, winner will get 10,500. So now I take that 10,500 share cash from last job, and what I do is find the person who lost their cargo here, give it to WRV. That's already 10,000. He's already got $10,000. Now I know that's not a lot, but now what we do is we do the next thing here. Next thing that we do here is we do this one. We do Sightseer. This is what we do. 3707. And just watch what I do, because it's gonna help. Yes, I'm doing a heist later. Oh, damn. This stupid helicopter. Do you know what Pavlov's house was during the Battle of Stalingrad? Yes, Pavlov's house was a apartment complex that held off the Nazis and there's this bunch of Soviet soldiers that held the same house for literally like three weeks, I think it was. Thank you, Edgy. Okay, I could probably, you know what, I could. Okay, let's get in Skull's car here. And Skull, just stay in the car, and I'm just gonna you'll drive me around. I know, I'm sorry about that, WR, but I was just I just been busy with a few things. I also said that I might start the stream later. I did say that too. So I'm sorry that I started a bit later, but I wanted to get a Chinatown Wars part done. That was oh, it's above us. Okay. Brandon, can you give me a lift above the, Why can you not sprint in here? Thank you, Melon. Operation Silent doesn't work. Mom is pissed. Can't do the stream today. Sorry, you're starting the stream late. Hurt my time. Not trying to blame you. Okay, it's okay, Melon. Okay, Brandon, right there. Okay. Oh, there's a figure here. I never got this. Never really bothered with those action figures. Okay, I see you, Shimon. Okay, right there, Brandon. Do you have a scuba diving suit, by the way, WR? Equip your scuba diving suit. Just equip it. What's the inspiration of your name? The Professional? I mean, it's just, you know, I just decided just to make it. I like the sound of it, and I thought it was cool, and so that's just the thing that I made. I know about that, Mario. Thank you, WR. Okay, Brandon, take me right there. Okay, and I'll show you guys now my trick. Okay, and now what we do... Okay, so look, we got 22,000. Everyone in the CEO, in my CEO, go to inventory, cash, and go to RV, and give him 100% right now. This is gonna give WR about 90 grand right now, this. If everyone gives him it, he's gonna get around 90 grand, and plus the 10,000, he's already had, he has $100,000 right now. So everyone, Brandon, you know, Skull, you know, do that, please. And let me look at my jobs here. Okay. Okay, WR, do you have the scuba diving suit equipped? No, 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 Skull, not me, not me. Oh no. Yeah, I can't give that money hit to him. It's to WR. Okay, so he got that money. Okay, equip your scuba diving suit, and now now what you're gonna do is go to this location here. Cash limit. Okay. Okay, that's fine then. Okay. Go to that, okay, wait, so he couldn't give him more because of the cash limit. Okay, so it's not Skull's fault. It's not his fault. It's fine. What you do is go over to that location, WR. Put on your scuba diving suit. Don't swim with the rebreather. Just put on your scuba diving suit. That's what you want to do. And now, when you pick up all the packages in there, you're gonna get around 50 grand for that. I'm so evil that I camp in Call of Duty matches. What? We're just gonna have to wait for him to pick up. I know there's 49 checkpoints, but he has a scuba diving suit. If he has a scuba diving suit, he'll pick it up very quickly. Nobody else pick up checkpoints. Just let WR pick up all the checkpoints. Okay.
Oh, fudge. Damn.
Okay.
Oh, Christ.
Brandon, Brandon, come over. The car right behind me, Brandon. Take the car right behind me, Brandon. This car right here. Take this car. Because we're gonna do one last thing here. Take that car and follow me, Brandon. We're gonna go to the, pay and spray. Hang on, I'll mark it on the map. What's your go-to vehicle in GTA? Probably the Sparrow. Okay, he's already got 15 of the checkpoints. Ah, damn. NPC drivers. Okay. So when you sell a car in a CEO, whoever the CEO head is gonna get that cut. So we're gonna have him start up a CEO in a little bit here. And we're gonna use that to give him the cut of this. Skull, can you come over here too, man? And don't worry about the cash earlier that you couldn't give him, Skull. It's not your fault. I know that, I forgot about the limit. Because I used to do this back in the day when people would lose their cargo. Brandon, stay with this car and watch this car and make sure this car doesn't despawn right here. I'll be right back in just one moment. Okay, perfect.
I'm freaked. Ah, that is not epic.
Okay, Brandon, keep watching the cars. I'll be back in just one moment. So this is a little trick that people don't know about. When you sell a car, the CEO gets the majority of the cut. So we're going to do that to help WR get a lot of his money back. It's not going to be all of his money from the MC sale, but he's probably going to be making at least half of this back within just, 10 minutes of doing this.
I'm freaking here. Ah!
Okay, Let me call up Lester here.
I take it this isn't a social call. Okay, I'll get you out of trouble. No problem.
WR, the second that you finish this this job, come on over here. The second that you finish that, because he's gonna get 50 grand for doing that salvage job right now. He's gonna get around 50 grand for that mission, and then this in total here, he's gonna get about 36 grand for this right here. So this will make up a good chunk of his money here. I just felt bad that his cargo got destroyed, and so I wanted to do something to make it up. But this is what I used to do back in the day when people get their cargo destroyed. I did this trick. Well, we don't have a heist finale ready to give him max cut on right now, so that's... Your thoughts on eagles in general? What, the bird? I've not really been much into birds, myself, Eddie. Okay. I know it's a symbol of my country, the America. Okay. Just... a second here. Controller. Okay, so he's pretty much done with that. There's just 8 of them left. Six left. Okay, he's got this. I have a casino, Big Con. Oh, you do, Pug. Are you in the session, Pug? What's your PSN again? You don't have to super chat me again. I really appreciate it. Just post a comment and just tell me what is your PSN in here, or just text me in the game. Yeah, I guess that's also a point, Brandon. Oh, your Pug life. Okay. We could just do that heist too. We'll probably help Pug because he was the first person who asked. Thank you, Cool Light. Thank you for the super chat. Will I do a Red Dead Redemption 1 playthrough? Yes, I will. What graphics mode setting do I have on here right now? Performance, okay. I was gonna put it on just performance. What's up, Edgy? What? Last one he's gonna get right now. And that job will give you basically about, yeah, that job will give you basically about 50 grand. WR, can you come over here now? I know you're a little far away, but we'll just wait for you. Come over here now. And, yeah, we'll do it next stream, Sophistry. WR, can you form a CEO and invite us? Wait, actually, I have an idea. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm just gonna invite him to my acid lab. I'll just do that. Watch these cars over here, guys. Just make sure these cars do not despawn, please. This is important. Just stay with the cars. I'm just gonna invite him to the acid lab. And my frames are like dropping. I don't know why.
You should blog about it.
Hang on, before I... Okay.
Good to see you. Whoa, excuse me.
Okay.
Whoa, don't mind me. Still here, friend.
Okay, just get... Yeah, let's just go out of the acid lab, and we'll just get in my car here. Where'd that car my car despawned? Great. Okay, we'll just have to take this one. This one's still valuable. Okay, okay. WR, can you disband this CEO informant again? And invite just me, Brandon, and, me, Brandon, and Skull. Just those, just us, here. Hey, Raider, Okay, so this is a little trick that a lot of people actually don't know about. Okay. Okay, invite Brandon and, Brandon and Skull. Okay, so here's what we're gonna do now. Those 4 cars, we just sell them. And the CEO gets 90% of the car's cut. And so each car is gonna be worth like, you know, 8 to 9 grand. These cars are more expensive, so basically sell that car, and then WR is gonna get the cut of that specifically. So look, pay WR a $7,100 cut. Okay, now WR, you sell your car next, and then Skull, you sell your car after that. So just drive in there now, WR, and just sell that car. That car is gonna be worth like 9,500, by the way. He sells that, he gets another 9,500. And then you just sell that in there, Skull. And then Brandon, you just go last after him. So just, yeah. This will give, this is gonna give him a big cut. So he's getting like $9,000 each car. And so this is gonna add up. He's gonna get like $35,000 in total for this. Somewhere around there. And that'll help him make, the majority of it back. Okay. Here. Okay. How did I know the exact price? Because I memorized these car sales. The Ubermacht is worth, you know, $8,000. That car is worth $9,500. I memorize a lot of things in this game. Okay, are all the cars sold? Okay, if all the cars are sold, WR, I want you to do one final thing. I want you to start up a VIP CEO work and choose the work haulage. Specifically haulage. It's called haulage. Do that one specifically. Just gonna wait for him to start that job here. So yeah, I felt bad that his cargo got destroyed, but we're getting him his money back. So that's a little trick people don't know about. You sell that, and like, you know, and the point-to-point and all of that, that was like, you know, effective. And this is pretty much gonna get him back all his money now. Yeah. Dropping some frames here. I don't know why I'm dropping in frames. Yeah, I just felt bad that his cargo got destroyed like it did. Hi Pro, how are you? If you wonder what I'm doing, I changed out from security guard to highway route driver for postal service. I like it. Oh, that's good, Wolf. I'm happy for you. I'm glad that you enjoy it. I hope everything else is going good for you. Thank you for sponsoring my channel still. You've been a member for 6 months. Thank you, man. I got the supplies money back. Okay, but you're gonna get more money back, so you'll still make a little bit of a profit. Well, we're gonna join Pug's heist after this. You can use a Phantom Wedge for this. Now just drive this there, 4-mile drive, but it'll... Yes, Chinatown Wars video will be tonight. It'll be actually after the stream. Thank you, Christian Gomez. Thank you for sponsoring my channel. I mean, thank you for subscribing to my channel, man. Well, I'm in game chat right now, Raider. Oh, no, it's not. Damn it. I was scared about a bush being there. How much rent do I pay? My rent is like... How much is my rent? My rent is like close to 1,200 bucks a month now, I think it is. Okay, WR. I might play Hogwarts Legacy one day, yes. Thank you, Eric and Andrus. I know a casino heist to give WRV, but I don't know how to hack the fingerprints. Oh, I can help you with that one day, but we're gonna help Pug with his heist. That's what we're gonna do, though. Is your landlord Mr. Ditkovich? No. No. I live in like a pretty decently sized apartment building. There's probably at least 100 people that live in this building too. So it's like it's a 4-floor building. It's a lot of units. You want to know something I'll tell you about Mr. Ditkovich in Spider-Man though? That house that like he had, that small little apartment building, that's the type of building that I grew up in New York. It was very similar to that one. It was, my parents actually owned it, and my parents were the landlords. So that's the type of place that I grew up in. Okay. Okay, so now everyone, if you can... I don't know if you can, but if you can, everyone in the CEO, go to inventory, cash, give WRV right now 100% of the cut if you can. It's okay, Skull. It's okay. Don't worry about it. It's fine, man. WR forgives you. It's a mistake. It's like it happens. It's not a big deal. I just wanted to help him get his money back. It's fine. Don't worry about it. It's okay, man. I've destroyed cargo by accident too. I've done it before. So I've destroyed entire cargo. Like I've destroyed people's entire cargo shipments by accident before. So it happens. It just, you know. So I wouldn't worry about it too much. How much did you get all that money there, WR? Oh, he should have gotten more for that, Brandon. Okay. Okay. Now, WR, one final thing. Go to CEO Challenges. CEO Challenges and go to point. And mark a location just outside of the circle. Just mark a point right outside the circle. Just fly to it and just hit it. And you'll get $10,500 for that. Go ahead and hit it now, WR. You get yourself $10,500, and that will give him back. That gave him supplies for a cocaine business. Supplies for a cocaine business cost $225,000, and so we've basically gotten him about $250,000 in like 20 minutes of doing that. So he's gotten more than is enough back for the supplies. So I hope that helps you out there, WR. I'm sorry that happened with your cargo earlier, and also don't worry about it. Don't worry about it, Skull. It happens. It's accidents. It's just, it happens. Possibly Sebi. Okay. You needed help selling your final MC business, right? So just invite us to an MC. We'll help you with that final MC business, and then we'll go into a heist, and we'll do Pug's heist after this. Do you think YouTube censorship is out of control? Yes. I don't think YouTube censorship is out of control. I think all censorship is out of control. I don't believe in any kind of censorship. Hi, Pro. Hope you're having a good day. How do you pick up a game for a playthrough? Demand popularity? Well, the thing is, if it's a popular game, it's going to encourage me to play it more. But I play some games that aren't very popular on my channel. I play games typically that I like and that mean a lot to me. I like to play nostalgic older games. Like when I played Medal of Honor Rising Sun, like that was a very random game. Like Medal of Honor Rising Sun is probably the most random game that I've played in a long time on this channel because it's so different from everything else that I played. But the reason that I did Medal of Honor Rising Sun, Gina, was because I had done a lot of World War II games. Like we did Sniper Elite, we did the Saboteur, we did Vanguard. And so I was thinking to myself, why don't I do a game that's set in the Pacific? Because we've done so many European World War II games. And so I decided to do that one, because that one was set in the Pacific. So, that was the story with that. I know about that, Mario. Invite us to the business, WR. Yeah, SOCON was pretty random, too. Oh, I'm sorry, Eric. Let me see here if I missed it. Hey, Patrick, how are you doing, man? Your streams are always so chill and usually learn something. I enjoy your history lessons. Thank you, Eric D. Thanks, man. Someone asked, will I play Red Dead Revolver? Yes, one day I'll probably do a playthrough of it. I don't know when I'll get around to it, but I'll do it one day. Cool, Light. Well, student expenses can be very expensive in the U.S. There's some colleges that aren't that expensive, but then there's other ones that can be pricey. Basically, a good way to pay for college in America is if you get like if you get like some kind of scholarship. That's basically it. So if you have like, if you play sports, or or you qualify for a specific scholarship, you might be able to get that, and you might be able to help pay off a lot of the This is a free country, not rent-free country. Yeah, Mr. Ditkovich. So you guys know I'm not just a renter. I'm a renter and a landlord also. So I rent an apartment that I live in, but I also own a property that I rent to people, and so I have tenants. And I don't really need a house. I don't. An apartment is fine for me. I don't need that much space. And so, the rent is like, an extra amount of money that helps me pay off the bills, and it's good. And it's, my rental property. I always treat my tenants very nicely. I treat my tenants with a lot of respect, and I help them out whenever they need anything. So, I know both, sides, renter and landlord. What do I think of what, Mario? Let me see. The UK police can arrest you for stuff I know about that. Yes. That's a bit stupid. It's that they can arrest you for that. Well, there's the tuition is the main thing. I don't think there really is anything other besides that WRV. What are your thoughts on Ohio, and do you think it's a U.S. Yes, Ohio is a U.S. state, but it's the Ohio disaster is like a perfect example of when I said that politicians like, and the media don't care about the Midwest, and that's like a perfect example. Why did the government take weeks to respond to that? Did you ever have people who would never pay their rent? Well, I've only had one, tenants, like just one group of tenants. That's it. I haven't had more than that. But they've paid their rent on time. Basically, but my tenants, for people wondering, my tenants make more money than me. So they're not, but my tenants, basically about it is, my tenants run their own business. And so they run their business, and the business that they run it's in 4 states. It's 3 states, I think it is. They have they're from Mountain, USA. So they're from I think no, they are from, what is it? They are originally from Oregon. I think they're originally from Oregon. But their business is located in Montana and Wyoming. So they have their business is located in 2 states in Montana and Wyoming, and they actually recently expanded their business into my state in the Midwest. And so they didn't want to buy another. They have a house in those states, but they didn't want to buy a house here in my state. And so they decided to rent a house here, and they rented a house from me, which I'm the landlord here. So that was it. I've never had any issues with them. They paid their rent on time. They're very nice people. It's a husband and a wife and their daughter and their son. That's it. So there's been no issues. They're very friendly people. There was a thing when like it was just what was it? It was in December. In December, they were late on their rent for like 4 days, and I wasn't like rude about it. I just texted them and I said to them like, "Hey, is everything okay? Did something happen?" And when I texted them that, they responded to me right away within like less than 10 seconds. And basically, she started apologizing to me, and she sent me a bunch of messages. And she said to me that she was on a business trip in another state, and so she was apologizing for that. She's like, "I'm really sorry, I forgot." And she's like, "It won't happen again." And I said to her, "I'm like, it's okay. You don't have to apologize so much." But she apologized like probably like 20 times to me. But I told her it's fine. You don't have to apologize so much. It's it happens. I just wanted to know that everything was okay. And then later in the day, she wired me the rent money. There was that. And then what happened was that the next month after that, in January, they texted me the second I got the rent payment, and then they were apologizing again for last month, and I said, "It's okay, you don't have to apologize so much." it was just it was that, but that was just that. So they're very nice people. They're very caring people. They just made a mistake. They just forgot to have their rent on auto pay. But I'm not a I'm not a scumbag. I'm not gonna go out. I'm not gonna like freak out on people for being 2 days late in rent. So that's like 2 or 3 days late in rent. So that was just I guess possibly that was it, Witty. Well, thank you, Omar. Okay, last one here. How much tax do you have to pay from rent? Well, the rent is actually part of my income tax. But the thing about that is I don't know how much my income tax is. Exactly. My accountant is still doing that for me. So my accountant is actually supposed to have my income tax for 2022 ready for me like within this week. So coming up. So that's so I don't know exactly how much it is. The property tax on my house wasn't that bad though. The property tax was about $4,000. And that property tax was actually a little bit like that same type of house would have been, the property tax would have been like $3,500, but it was $44,000 because I'm using it as a rental. So that's why it was a little bit more. But it's it was just property tax, which two payments of $2,000, 2 times a year, which isn't bad. The house gets me the house gets me $24.40 in rent. If you guys are wondering how much in rent I'm getting, it's $24.40. That's how much my rental property makes me. So it's $24.40 a month. And so, with a $4,000 property tax, how much is that? I'm making how much from the house? I'm making like $24.40. What is that like times 10? That's close to $30K a year from that house, I think, like close to that, around there. So $4,000 property tax, I'm still pocketing like 25 K profit a year from that. So that's well, we're ready to do your heist whenever you're ready, by the way, Pug. There are, other expenses with running a rental property, though. Like, sometimes things break and you have to fix things. But usually, I haven't had that issue, though, really. There have been a few things I've had to help out with. But, there was a thing a month ago. A month ago, there was a snowstorm. Not the one that was recent, but the snowstorm that we had basically about a month ago. What happened was the heat in my house, my rental property stopped working. And so my tenants texted me about that. I got it right away. I got on it right away. I dealt with it right away. And so there's a guy that I know that he's that I have. He helps me out with things, and I pay him. And when I need to fix something, and he went over to the house. He's a licensed contractor, and he went over to the house to look at the furnace and everything, make sure everything's fine. And thankfully the furnace wasn't broken. There was nothing wrong with it. Basically, what happened was the snow that built up so much from that snowstorm, the snow had built up around the furnace exhaust on the back of the house, and that was blocking it. And so he just took a snowblower and he blew that off. And that was and that fixed it, and the heat was functioning right in the house. Everything was good with that. So that was that's really the only issue I've had with the house. Nothing else really happened. Yeah. So what I'll say, one of the reasons that I don't really have anything breaking in my rental property is because the house that I had purchased, it was built in 2012 or 2011. I think it was 2012. So it's a little bit over 10 years old, which is still a relatively new house. And so that's it. Is I eventually I want to buy a second rental property. I want to buy a second one. And when I buy the second rental property, though, I only look at properties that are built between 2000 and modern times. So like between the year 2000 and 2023. I will not buy a house that's under the year 2000. And the reason for that is because I give myself that window, 2000 to 2023. Why do I refuse to buy houses that are under 2000? Because the older the house is, the more of a risk of something going wrong with the house, the more of something breaking down. So I don't, even though I only own one house, eventually I want to own another property one day. And when I own another property one day, it's going to be just like that one. It's going to be a house between the year 2000 and 2023. I'm not going to buy any house that's going to be, that is, what's it called? Pug. Can you take away my cut? Give me 15% and take it for yourself or give it to somebody else. I don't want it. So it's just give it to someone else. I have over $1 billion in this game. I don't need more money. But yeah, so that's what I say is and that's the advice that I give people is if you're going to buy a house, I know that it's hard sometimes, but if you can, try to find a house that's built specifically within the last 20 years, just so you have the least risk of anything breaking, because if you buy a relatively new house, you're going to have the least risk of something going wrong with the house. So that's, that. There is nothing wrong with older houses as long as they're well maintained. New houses also have problems. I know about that, Mark. I know. My parents' house in New York, I think, is built in the 1960s, and so it's it's still good quality. There's no issues, but I just personally don't like to take that risk. I'd rather just buy a newer house and just have just peace of mind knowing that everything's still relatively new in the house and stuff like that. And by the way, I'm sorry, I didn't want to miss your super chat. There's just a lot of people that are posting. Hello, Pro. Hope you're doing great. I would like to join your session someday. Just that I play the PS5 version from my second account since I'm not transferring my main account. Take your time. Okay, DHC. Thank you for the super chat. We can play sometime. I'm always down to playing with everyone. Hello, professional. Pop. I love you. Well, thank you, Esmeralda. Thank you for the support. Thanks, man. Do you live in a trailer? No, I own a house. I live in an apartment, but I own a house also. So, yeah, there's nothing really wrong with living in a trailer either. Some trailers are nice, but I don't live in a trailer. I don't know, my frames are lagging. Like, are my frames lagging for you guys a little bit? I don't know why it's doing that.
Private security, like a cop who couldn't pass the fitness test or the psych eval. Look like you really get...
No, I don't, Jonathan. That guy is a creep, Dusty. I'm working on a San Andreas lore video. Children are naive, but they shouldn't be blamed for looking up to celebrities. I think that here's what I'll tell you guys, my personal view on this. My personal view, I think there is something seriously wrong with society as we know it today and our education system. There's something wrong with society and our education system. If kids look up to celebrities, they look up to actors, if they look up to them more than they look up to World War II veterans, I think that there's something wrong. I think that there's something wrong with, our education system, the way kids are being brought up. That's basically it. Because when I was growing up as a kid, we didn't care at all for celebrities. I mean, sure, they were popular, but they aren't, people don't follow them like crazy like they do today. And for us, when I was growing up as a kid, our heroes were the World War II veterans. We were always so interested in World War II veterans and talking to them and hearing about their experiences. But, these kids today, they're just so obsessed with just the celebrities. And if they had a choice, would they rather spend a day with a World War II veteran, somebody who, stormed the beaches of Normandy and, helped liberate France from the Nazis? Or would they rather, spend the day talking to some spoiled, millionaire actor? I guarantee you they'd hang out with the actor. So I think that's personally a problem. I don't know why, kids follow these actors like it's just like they're, these actors aren't any kind of heroes. They haven't accomplished anything. I know there's some actors that do charity work. Sure, I'm not denying it. But it's the fact that these kids look up to these celebrities like they're some big heroes when they don't even do anything. So it's, Hey, Pro, what is your favorite character on GTA 5 all time? Keep up the good work. I love your videos. Thank you, Jane. Favorite character? Yeah, I'd say probably Trevor, but I'm still pissed off about, like, the whole Johnny thing.
Howdy. You looking for the vault? Right up ahead.
I don't know why my frames are dropping, guys. I'm really sorry. I don't know why it's doing this.
Get into the man trap there. 2-card system. Swipe at the same time.
Yes! Come on! How much better does it feel when the marks are this dumb? Keep going!
Okay.
Okay, so far so bueno. Push on to the vault. There'll be a guard there to meet you.
Oh, you're here. Why didn't they say something? Man, they never tell me nothing, you know? I'll get it open for you.
I'm gonna get everything on the left side in the room.
Okay. Oh, that's a heavy door. Ain't much getting through here. There.
Hey, that art looks expensive to me. Let's give it a new home. Good news. Seeing as we stayed under the radar, we have a little more time here. Now, your hacker can block the security sensors while you're in the vault, but only for a while. If the system goes quiet for too long, it triggers the alarm
Okay.
as a failsafe. And, did I mention that if the alarm goes off in here, they'll flood the place with nerve agent? No? Okay, well, I'm mentioning it now. If you're making good time in there, try getting into some of the lock boxes.
Don't open up the lock boxes in there. Just, go for the money. On here, where is this? Okay. Okay, let's see here. Man, these, Okay, there we go. Well, what's your question, COD Patrol? There we go, we got this, okay. Okay, I'm gonna drill now. Okay, probably could get 2 walls of these done here. Probably get this wall here done before. Okay, get ready to leave, guys.
40 seconds.
Nothing, okay.
30 seconds.
Let's go, let's go.
20 seconds left. Don't dawdle. Perfect. Now get out before they smell a rat. Gas incoming. 10 seconds. In and out undetected.
Okay.
Thought it. People, that is the
We got this.
load. We cleaned them out.
Okay.
Alright, thanks, y'all.
Get in the cargo elevator and use your key card. Play it cool. Back the way we came is too risky now that you're carrying the loot. Let's fall back to the rear door. Okay, I need you to stay calm. They've seen what you did to the vault, and now the whole place is locking down fast.
Great. Can't go this way.
Still in the building, just keep moving and keep quiet. Very sharp. Now relax, channel your inner self-important douchebag, and waltz right through the front door. They're closing in on us. We need to pick up the pace. Security is
Go
sweeping
back,
the
that guy.
Stay one step ahead, or this whole thing goes south. Time to change your outfits. We need a fresh start if you're gonna make it out of here under the radar.
Go. Okay. Okay, we got this.
As long as you stay calm, those outfits should get you from here to the exit.
Put your guns away.
Cops aren't letting anybody through the perimeter.
Gamblers aren't gonna be carrying Uzis.
Old-fashioned way.
Okay, here we go. Acid Lab pays better than Coke? Yes, it does. The Acid Lab does make better money than the cocaine, and it's all more simple too. It's always one. It's gonna be one delivery vehicle if you sell it by yourself. Thoughts on cupcakes? A weird question.
You're looking good, but don't push your luck. Stay away from the cops. You should avoid the bulk of the cops this week. The only thing that matters is making it to your ride. Remember, they know the vault's been hit, but they don't know who you are or where you are. They have patrols sweeping the whole place, and all the civilians have been evacuated. So if they see you, they'll know it's you. So just stay out of their way, keep your cool, and get to the buyer. The driver has the getaway car in position. I've pinged you the GPS. Get to the buyer, don't bring the cops, and we're home free.
Okay. Doing pretty good so far. How could literally nobody in the chat answer that question though? Are you not experienced? Look, I'll tell you what the acid sells for in a little bit. The cocaine sells for $525,000. I know that. That's the amount it sells for now. But I'm
Oh my god. Damn it.
okay, hang on. We're gonna
You fucker.
Why don't I fall through later and show you?
okay. Everyone in here.
I have a visual.
Are Maserati cars a good choice for a Mafia? I think so. I think Mafia will probably drive like a luxurious, not necessarily sports cars, but... What? How did I get... Great. How on earth I got detected there, I won't ever know. For people wondering why I don't just take the sewer tunnels, because the sewer tunnels bored me so much. I actually like escaping from the cops than constantly taking the sewer tunnel over and over again. I don't know how I'm still in view of the cops, and sometimes this game is weird. There's no cops in my view, and I'm still somehow in the view of the cops. Yeah, I don't know how I still have not lost these cops yet, or like, it's just... Hope this isn't a glitch or something. Come on, literally, this is getting ridiculous. I'm literally completely out of view of the cops. Like, this is stupid. I'm completely out of their view. I don't know why they... Oh my god, yeah, this is so stupid right now. I think that if I get a little bit away from the city, I think it'll fix itself, actually. Oh, wonderful. Pop the tire, too. Great. No, come on. Come on, car, come on. Oh, finally. Okay, it's what I thought. Okay. My favorite cops in a GTA game were GTA 4 cops, not these cops. What? How did I wasn't even in their cone of vision. My god, this is so stupid right now. This is so dumb. I wasn't even in their cone of vision. How I got them again, that's... Look, and... Get him again, my god, okay. No, the chopper. I wasn't even in the chopper's cone of vision. This is a glitch. Okay. New car here, guys. No tire popped on this one. Quick, get this. gives this cars more acceleration. No, I think we'll get away from them. Don't think we need to restart. Damn, helicopter had to be here too. Okay. I think we're good now here. What? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. How? I wasn't even in any cop's cone of vision. Okay, this has got to be a glitch with the cops at this point. Yeah, this has got to be a glitch. Oh my God, Rockstar with their bugs. I don't know how we got detected again. Literally, there's no cops here. There's no cops cone of vision, and we're still getting detected. This is stupid. Look, we're not in any cops' cone of vision. It's probably going to happen again. Come on, please lose the cops already here. Come on. Oh, okay, it's over.
I knew this would be sweet. Liberating large amounts of private equity from
What a annoying glitch.
private equity. That's something even the IRS has trouble doing. But you
Yeah.
strolled out of there carrying their crown jewels right under their noses. The ultimate humiliation. Oh, I've taken a whole lot of scores, but none of them has been sweeter than this.
If I get the cops again at this point, I'm gonna freak out. Yep. Okay. Okay, we got this. After that, he better not, Okay, we got this, guys. Oh, man, what a... That was horrible. I normally like to escape the cops, just like side streets and stuff like that, but that was glitching out. So, if you ever have that glitch where you can't lose the cops, you gotta go up north and go to, like, try to lose them in the hills. That's the only way to fix the glitch, seemingly. I had this idea for my series where my original character, Jack, is an army brat, since his dad is in the Afghan and his grandma is a... and his grandpa is a non-veteran. Okay, I just misread it for a moment there. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of these games, like, some of the characters are veterans, like, you know, Nico was a veteran, you know, Vic Vance was a veteran. Okay, we got this. Ooh. Oh, there we go. No, I don't, lazy, Okay, we got this here, Yeah, that heist was just, yeah, that heist. Oh, man. Oh, you got a copyright claim for that. Okay. Yeah, I guess I gotta do that because you get a copyright claim for it.
You never knew, yeah.
Okay, so I guess we'll wrap it up here, guys. Thank you guys for for watching. I'll still answer a few questions before I go. If you guys enjoyed this stream, drop a like if you guys enjoyed this stream. It helps the stream out a lot. And also, guys, for everybody wondering, in about 15 to 20 minutes, the next part of GTA Chinatown Wars will be up. So if you want to watch the next part of Chinatown Wars, it'll be up in just a you know, few minutes after the stream. No problem, Pug. Glad I can help. Yeah, I am enjoying GTA Chinatown Wars. I'm having fun with it. You can watch my part while I play GoldenEye and Perfect Dark. Maybe one day. I just have a lot of games right now that I have a list of that I'm going to be playing. Thank you, Cool Light. Love the stream. Thanks, man. But I will be doing, though, Gina, I'll be doing a Siphon Filter, which is, I know it's not the most similar game, but it's a very tactical game, a very hard game, and I will do that, and you know, that'll be a very fun. It'll be a very fun playthrough to do. I know that, Mr. Weifu. Yeah, you get copyright claims for ridiculous things on YouTube. Stalker games, maybe one day. Can you help me in a Doomsday Heist later? Possibly, I could, Ayan. I had a really stressful acid cell mission where I kept getting attacked by other players at the 8th drop. I'm so shocked that the product wasn't blown up. Oh, well, glad that you got the product out, though. I'll stream Battlefield 1 again in the future. I'll just have to try to make a costume for Battlefield 1. A Saints Row lore video? Yes. I'll do them on the original Saints Row games. I'll do a lore video on them. Okay, Greatest Within. Thank you for the content over the years. No problem, Retro. Well, I'll be going here, guys. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Thank you guys for watching my stream. And if you guys enjoyed this stream, do drop a like. It does help it out a lot. Again, I'll have another part of Chinatown Wars in 20 minutes. Around 20 minutes, check out the channel, and you'll see another part of it. So thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the stream. I'll see you on the next one. Take care, everyone. Have a wonderful day, guys.